Hi, this is Jim Mann with Homestyle Southern Cooking. So nice to be back in your home with you again today. Today I'm going to bring you something. I'm going to bring you a very simple bread pudding. This time of the year, fall, you start thinking about bread puddings and apple pies and things like that. So this bread pudding is very, very simple. Here in Mexico, we can buy crustless bread, and I'm pretty sure they have in the States also. So I bought a package of crustless bread. And I've got it here on my chopping board. But first what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pan here, and I've got some butter. And I'm going to really lather up my pan with this butter. I want to make sure that I've got it good and buttered all the way around. Put the butter all the way around this. Just really butter this up to give it that really good, rich, buttery flavor. And I love using my beautiful Mexican pottery that I have purchased over the years here. Okay, that's nice and buttered up. Okay, now I'm going to start taking my bread. I'm going to take 3 or 4 pieces at a time, and we'll cut them into triangles. And we'll take my bread, let me get some more cut. I'll do that section, and we'll do this section. Okay, and I'm going to take my bread and I'm just going to start laying it at the top. And I'm going to work my way down. But about I've got 3/4 cups of raisins. About every 2 pieces of bread, I'm going to add just a few raisins. And I want those raisins to be underneath there. Then I'll sprinkle some more later. Like I said, this is a very simple recipe. Doesn't take any time at all to make. You know, and if you wanted to, you could use it with the crust on. I mean, really and truthfully, I'm one of those weird guys that I love the crust. I like the end pieces of the bread. And if there's always an end piece of bread, I go for that first. But I mean, a lot of people don't like it. I know a lot of children want to cut it off. All right, so let me chop off some more here. So you could use just regular a loaf of bread and just cut the just cut it in half. Okay, then we'll go back over here and I'm gonna start on this side, and if it overlaps a little bit, that's perfectly okay. This is such a quick and easy dessert to make. Okay, put a couple more raisins right here. And let's put another 2 pieces of bread down here. Okay, now for a second, I'm going to set my raisins aside and set my bread aside for 1 second. Move my pan out of the way. Then I'm going to bring my bowl over here. And in my bowl, I'm going to have 1.5 cups of milk. I've got 1.5 cups of milk. We'll pour that in my bowl. To that, I'm going to add, I have got 5 eggs. So that's 1. Once again, I just got these from the hens this morning, so it's nothing like nice fresh eggs to bake with or cook with or to eat. I mean, they're wonderful. So one of these days I will take y'all and introduce you to my hens. Okay, so I've got the 5 eggs in here. Now, to that I've got 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And I've got 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. And I've got 1/2 cup of sugar. Now, I'm going to take my mixer. It smells so good with this cinnamon and nutmeg. Okay, and that's pretty much it. I mean, I've got it well mixed. So I'm going to set this aside. Then I'll bring back my pan here, and I'm just going to gradually pour this over my mixture. Okay, now, you see any places that you might have not covered, take some of your mixture and just put right on top of the bread. Just like that. Boy, this smells delicious already. Want to make sure you get all your bread with a little bit of coating on it, okay? Now what I'm going to do is I've got the rest of my raisins. I'm going to sprinkle a few more raisins on the top. And I've got, you don't have to do this, but I like to take almonds and sliced almonds and sprinkle a few sliced almonds on the top. That's optional. You don't have to do that. And if you give me 1 second, I've got to get some butter out of the refrigerator I have in there, and I'm going to put that on top of here. Okay, I took a stick of butter and I cut it up and put it in the freezer because I wanted it pretty cold, and it is pretty cold. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay some butter right on top of this. It really stuck to my plate. All right, my oven is set on 335 degrees, and this is going to be in the oven for about 35 or 40 minutes. But let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this and put this in my oven first. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to set this on top of it. And after I set this on top of it, I'm going to put about a cup of hot water in here while it cooks. So that's what I'm going to do. We just take one of my old cookie sheets, set this inside of it, and put some water inside of it until it cooks. So when this is finished cooking, I'll be back to you. Okay, our bread pudding is finished cooking, but I want to show you in the oven what I was talking about setting it inside another pan with water in it. So I'm going to take this out of the oven, and I'm going to set it on the counter to cool, and once it cools down a little bit, I'll be right back with you. Our quick and easy bread pudding has been out of the oven about 10 minutes now. As you can see, it's really beautiful, and it smells incredible. So I thought what I would do is I would just take the corner of a piece of this right here, pull it apart, put it right here on our plate, and there's a piece of it right there. Okay, let's give this a try and see what it tastes like. It's going to be hot because I really just literally took it out of the oven. Very soft, a custard type flavor. The cinnamon, nutmeg are real light in there. The raisins and the almonds add a whole lot. If you want a quick and easy dessert, something that you can fix in a hurry, this is it. It took no time at all for us to put this together and put it in the oven. It's really, really good. I hope you'll try it. It's a wonderful dessert, quick and easy. It didn't take any time to prepare at all. The flavor is fantastic. It's great for the fall of the year coming up, or for Thanksgiving, or any time of the year. I appreciate your support, following me on Facebook and subscribing to me on YouTube. You're my support system, and I really, really appreciate you. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing to my YouTube page. It'll mean the world to me, and I really appreciate it. Until next time, this is Jim saying, take care of yourself, give yourself a great big hug, and God bless.